Diwali is a culmination of festivities and religious observances that begin with the celebration of Dussehra through the period of Ram Leela and then culminate in the festival of lights, Diwali. Durga Puja, Ram Leela, yoga traditions, and several elements of these festivities have been inscribed in the Intangible Cultural Heritage List and Registries of Humanity by UNESCO. Finding a Place by Dr. Chris Rampasad. Finding a Place is an adaptation of my doctoral thesis, A Century of Indo-Trinidadian Literature, a groundbreaking study on cultural adaptation. It posits the terms Indo-Trinidadian and Indo-Caribbean to replace the term East Indians in reference to the settlement of Indian indentured laborers in the West. Divali and religious observances. And more peaceful manner of celebrating the festival of Diwali perhaps contributed to its continued survival. Several legends are connected to its origins, including one of the myths of creation of Indians that tell of the churning of the ocean by the goddess from which Mother Lakshmi, the female godhead and consort of Lord Vishnu, emerged with symbols of all creation in her four hands. However, the most widely celebrated legend in Trinidad and Tobago is Diwali's association with the return of Rama and his warriors to Ayodhya after their 14 years of exile. The festival is commemorated with the staging of the grand 7 to 14 days dramatization of the Ram Leela, Rama's years in the forest and his battle with Ravana. These festivals are associated with specific legends, Hindi songs and rituals, the conduct of pujas and the ritual practices and celebrations that remain on the Hindu calendar. The ritual practice and celebrations kept not only the culture but also the language alive. Classical singing, Christian bhajans, classical dance, folk songs, and other musical traditions grew out of these festivals. Litscapes by Dr. Chris Rampasad. Litscape was created to actually encourage appreciation for local authors. And it contains information about everything that has been written on or about Trinidad and Tobago since the English language entered Trinidad. Wow. Okay, right, so from 1595, so Walter Raleigh, until Litscape was published, so it's everything up to the 20th century, I would say, yes? Wow. From all the reviews, it's a different concept in literature. My background is literature, by the way. My PhD is in literature. So my effort is to bring reading closer to people, not to teach literature as text, but to teach literature as life. So everything about it is taking fiction out of the text and into how we live, our lifestyles, the festivals, how we eat, how we look, how we talk, how we cook. The first section is on district. The second section is on what we call thematic areas, like on sports. If you like sports, right? Cricket, all those old games we used to play that are now going out of the way. Writers, you have been writing about these, so it includes that as well. It includes festivals. All of our festivals, from whatever walk of life you come from, we are really, a melting pot of festivals. So it features to what writers have said about that. So this is really to encourage children of any age, right? So I say from 3 to 1 or 3, right? To enjoy reading, to enjoy our local literature, and get out there too and enjoy our environment. And all the religions are represented as well. Festscapes in Litscapes. The festivals of Trinidad are the pot into which melt all prejudices, strife, and animosity. They are the great equalizers, drawing all together to celebrate the spirit of each other. It is a sentiment articulated by several writers, including Derek Walcott, in his Nobel lecture. Festivals provide the forum for othering, present the common ground for people to shed prejudices and learn about the other, in the representation of not only the places they inhabit, but also in the cultures they practice. The writings, considered collectively, point to the common threads that hold the mosaic of Trinidad and Tobago society together. People here not only go to the same schools and share the same growing up experiences, their practices, beliefs, and festivities are guided by similar impulses, as some of the writings observe. Preparations for festivals bring groups together. This facilitates mass participation. In that spirit, festivals of one ethnicity or culture are shared and enjoyed by others in the society who join in and participate together.
Landscapes is a work of art, but also it is a documentary, a travelogue, a critical work with visual and literary power. It takes us on a tour of the country, giving some exposure to almost every aspect of life. No tourist guide can give a better, more comprehensive introduction to Trinidad. The publication reflects a considerable volume of reading, drawing from as early as Walter Raleigh at the dawn of Caribbean literature. Such locations as San Fernando, Mayaro, Princess Town accumulate greater meaning. Rampasar's listscape does achieve an innovative approach to literature in bringing it alive in the description of landscape, life, culture, and people. It encourages people to take ownership of it. That is literature. You will say the same thing for Trinidad as well. Literature encourages people to take ownership of it, see themselves, their home, or familiar places in it, and accept it as a definer of identity. And the pictures help to illustrate, highlight, and make the fiction real. Above all, landscapes of fiction from Trinidad and Tobago has an extremely powerful sense of place and reinforces what, in Rampasar's words, is the pull of place on authors. It may claim to be an accessory to what she calls the body of fiction inspired by Trinidad and Tobago. It communicates the character of the country. No one book can do everything. No one book can set out to achieve everything that a literature and a visual text can do for its people and its nation. But whatever you say one book cannot do, this one almost does it.
Multiple choice in a multicultural place by Dr. Chris Rampasar.
So I am vaccine of India. India. The Indian worship and the slavery bind together to resist in unity. There was no more mother Africa, no more mother India, just mother Trini. My Bahuda planted sugar cane, down in the Caroni plain. Ramlogan Master Prakashana, Jahaji
definitely.